Okay. So now I'm going to talk about it. It's been a week, a little bit more than a week, that I had to put my 16, well, he was almost 16. He just had a few months to go. And I had to put him down. That Monday, he coughed up like a ton of blood. And he had problems like for more than a year. Like, I had to walk him up and down the steps. Um, like, he couldn't even get in his bed right here. I would have to put him on his bed in that bed as well. He couldn't get in. He couldn't step up into it himself anymore. Um, there were times when he would collapse. I've had to hold him to poop and pee. He had dementia. He had cataracts. He couldn't see very good. I mean, he could make out your figure and stuff like that, but like seeing really well, he couldn't do anymore. He couldn't hear as much anymore. Like, he used to be scared of fireworks, and it didn't bother him anymore because he couldn't hear them. Like I said, he would collapse, he would fall, and then he would have problems standing, getting up, and moving. But like the last few weeks before I had to put him down, he was walking pretty good. But that, like I said, that Monday he had a cyst on his neck that went from 1 week a pea size to one of the big marbles, the large marbles you hit the little marbles with, that size. It grew, and I was scared it was going to cut off his airway. Try not to get choked up. So that Monday, so he slept here, but the whole blankets, all the blankets because I recently washed him. I always washed him like for him because he would have accidents. Like a lot of, I mean, it's constantly cleaning the carpet. He was having accidents and things like that, but that's to be expected with an elderly dog like that. But what made me make the decision was him coughing up blood. Chunks, like big, huge chunks of blood clots. So I feel like he probably had cancer. But because he was so old, there wouldn't have been any way for a vet to even do surgery on him without him dying anyways. So I had a vet come last week at my house, and my daughter's aunt did light therapy on him, which she did frequently on him for his legs, the back legs and things. I mean, he got to the point where you touched his neck, it hurt. You touched his face, it hurt. His whole body just hurt. He just ached. And yeah, I had to put him down. I was very emotional. I'm still very emotional. There's his bed. This was him when he was a puppy. I have cuter pictures too of him as a puppy. And there's the crystals around him, and there's his paws, and those are his ashes. So Let me see if I can show a picture of him when I first got him. Actually, I have it in another room. Let me do that. Yeah, let me do that. No, I can't. The battery's going low. No, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. All these pictures of him make me want to just cry. That was him when I first got him. He was only a few days to me old, but I bought him from the swap meet, and it was right after I took him to the vet, got his shots and all those things. And he was still a young puppy there. This is my daughter's aunt doing light therapy on him. He really liked the light therapy. And this was him when we were the vet. That's the vet. She gave him a pain medicine to not feel the euthanization. And this was him when we took him to be cremated. He was euthanized at that time. Anyways, what I'm making this video about is for people, Alexa, stop, is for people to understand things that you don't tell somebody that is grieving over their pets, or especially their pets. And well, people say stupid stuff to people that they lost a loved one, but things you don't say. My mom just called and was like, well, I think it's about time for you to get another animal, another pet, so that you're not just wallowing. Don't do that. Don't say that to people that are grieving. Don't say stupid shit like that. So of course I snapped on her, because you don't do that. I had the same day that I put my dog down, a woman from YouTube who had a problem with another content creator texts me complaining about the content creator, and I tell this person that I don't have the energy or space for that at this time. Please don't bring that to me. And that person proceeded to say, oh, well, I've lost a lot of pets, and then proceeds to continue to complain about that person. No self-awareness whatsoever. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. And don't think that somebody should be finished grieving because a week has passed, or 2 weeks have passed, or a month has passed, or a year has passed. Because you don't know what that person is feeling about the being that they loved, and how long the grieving should be. Like I told my mom, don't tell me when I should stop grieving, and don't tell me I need to get another animal to take his place to stop grieving. I said I already have another animal. I have another dog. That doesn't negate the fact that he's gone. That's not going to fill a void for me. So, be consciously aware of what you say to people. Okay? That's what you need to do, is really be consciously aware of how you talk to people that are going through things like that. And if you can't be aware, stay the fuck away from them. Don't contact them. Leave them alone. Let them grieve. Let them be to themselves. And that's pretty much what I do. Like I will isolate myself and take my grieving for myself. I will deal with the grieving to myself. I don't need nobody I don't even want you in my space if that's the kind of energy you're coming to me with at a time like this. I just don't. And a lot of people don't. So be aware of that. Be aware of how you come at people that are going through things like this. Like, just don't. So that was his bed that I took to the crematory. And my wishes were that he keep his pajamas on that he had. They wouldn't cremate him with the pajamas on, but I wanted it because he always had his pajamas on. I wanted his pajamas on and the blanket in his bed, and to leave him there until that time. When I got it back, though, it smelled like death. But I also wanted my female dog, who's over here. I wanted her to know she's sad too, and she's grieving as well, because she was a bitty puppy when she joined our family, and that was her big brother. Right, girl? Right? Yeah. But I wanted her to smell it so she understood that I didn't just get rid of him. Because she was, like, my daughter looked at the pictures, and my daughter is extremely intuitive. And she's like, Mom, she's confused in these pictures. She's confused what's happening to him, and she's confused about what's going to happen to her. So I wanted his things back so that she could smell them and she could understand. The first day after it happened that he was gone, I went to get my nails done, and when I came, I looked on the cameras, and she was howling, and she had a deep-rooted cry that I've never heard her do before. And I told my nail lady, I said, she's the owner of the salon, I said, I need to leave. I can't get my pedicure. I need to leave because she's howling. She goes, I understood, because she also had a dog pass away. And she fully understood because, she cried with me and about her dog. And I told her my dog is really old, so it's coming for him too. So she let me go get her. And then we're going through it, and it's affecting, like, my blood pressure's been going up because my heart is broken, I dreamt about him and the dog I had right before him that I had for 16 years or 17 years. Actually, he was almost 18. I dreamt about both of them, and they were both coming home to me.
this morning. But anyways, I just wanted to say that just be aware of how you speak to people. And I want to give a shout out to Big J because the day before I was supposed to do that, get him put down or whatever, euthanize him and for him to go to sleep. I was in a panic. I was in a panic state. And like Big J he is such a good person. Legit. And we talked for a long time and he literally calmed my spirit down the night before. I was in a panic mode. But anyways, I want to say thank you, Big J. You have a lot of substance that people don't know about concerning you. Anyways, that's my video.